What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the MVP show. I'm your boy Diesel.
This your boy Advocate.
It's your favorite. It's your boy Cali Boy, man. What's happening?
And before we get started, I just want to give a big shout out to our sponsors for the night. Tonight, we are sponsored by the Six Restaurant Lounge in the West End. Please pull up. They have Taco Tuesdays, 2 for $5 tacos, as well as $2 tequila shots.
Absolutely. And then we got this beautiful hookah that's pulling. Shout out to Long Way Hookahs. It's definitely doing what it's supposed to be doing.
And you know, as always, man, shout out to my girl ATL Hookahs for always making sure that I stay equipped with the portable hookahs all the time, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check out. Look her up on Instagram, man. About time for another refill, so I'm gonna be hollering at you. Shit, let's get right into it, man. We gonna jump right into it. And, you know, this been a fucked up year with the presidency. I'm just gonna call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might feel bad for voting for Biden because he ain't done shit. Let's just gonna call it what it is. You know, it is what it is.
I don't feel bad for both Biden.
I don't feel bad for him because he was Obama homeboy. So, you know, I voted for Obama homeboy. Like that's the only reason why he got in, because Obama co-signed for him.
So why?
But let's get into it because.
But hold on, why do you feel bad about voting for him? Like,
because he ain't done shit. That's why. He ain't done shit.
What's up with your student loan debt, though?
Huh?
Your student loan debt, bro.
Man, I wasn't paying that shit back regardless, so it don't even matter, okay? Shit don't even matter. But I say that to bring this up, all right? Because they say that Trump later on tonight, if it hasn't already happened, if you guys don't know, this is November 15th. 2022, right? 2022? Yeah, 2022. Yeah.
I didn't know his date dropping, but okay.
Yeah.
This is going to air next week.
It don't matter. It don't matter. But anyway, tonight he's supposed to be dropping a big announcement about him running for presidency again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So really quick, how do you feel about Trump running for presidency again?
I'm going to say good luck, and may the odds forever be in his favor. I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen.
Would you vote for him?
Probably not.
Did you vote for him the first time?
Absolutely not.
Would you vote for him?
I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for him at all. But I actually think that he has a better chance of winning, regardless of the people who's going to vote for him or not. Because, like I said, the expectations for Biden and Mrs. Harris was like set high. The bar was set high for them. You know what I'm saying? And they have not accomplished at least half of what they said they were going to do. And there's been a lot of talk that, you know, that after Trump's left, people were saying that, you know, he wasn't as bad as a president as he seemed, because he was so animated. He was, you know what I'm saying, he was one of them presidents that when it came to America, whatever, we had balls. When he was in office, we had balls. That's pretty much what he would just say. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give a fuck about going at anybody, whoever, or whatever the case may be. So America didn't seem as weak as we kind of do right now with Biden in office. Not saying that Biden, you know what I mean? Well, fuck it, you ain't did shit, so yeah, I said it. So you know, he's saying that maybe he should run for president again. So I honestly think that regardless of how you feel, I think he has a good chance of winning. And depending on who runs against him, it could be close.
Well, I definitely feel he has a good chance of winning. At the end of the day, he's a Republican and he's popular. So, I mean, let's just be all the way clear. He's a Republican and he's popular. So I definitely feel he has a good chance of winning. Is he a good president? You get what I'm saying? Like, you know.
But have we really had a good president? Like, you had Obama.
But I think
before Obama, who did we have? Did we have good presidents before that?
But you know what?
We had Clinton.
But what makes it hard? What makes it hard for you to be a good president? What makes it hard for you to be a good president is the fact that you have to think about it. You're basically making decisions that the entire world has to agree to. That's almost impossible. I can't even please my 5 friends. Well, imagine trying to please the entire world. You know
5 indeed.
Well, let me say this. Like, this is only to me. The mark of a good president really can be defined by your second term, because I really believe, like, if it's your first term, you are really either like you're stepping into the mess that the last president left, either mess or whatever it is they left. You're stepping into either undo, redo, fix, whatever.
Yeah.
So technically, like, the mark of a great president is always based on their second term, which is why when I said great presidents, shout out to our studio audience. So we got a studio audience out there as well too. But you know, they brought up Obama and they brought up Clinton. And if you think about it, they served 2 terms. And before that, we might not want to say it, but Bush served 2 terms as well too. And it wasn't until that second term when you were just like, well, he's kind of fucked up, but he's not as fucked up as we thought he was during the first term.
Yeah.
So it's always a mark of it's always the second term. So if he runs again and he wins, I don't think it's gonna be like I don't think he's gonna have that bad of a reputation because of the fact that Biden has a bad reputation now. Like, and let's just be honest, a lot of people don't even think he's gonna make it in 4 years. Okay. A lot of people don't think he's gonna make. Damn, you know,
That's disrespect.
it's not.
That's
I'm just
disrespect.
saying what the people are saying. Okay.
How old is he?
How old am I?
No.
How old is he?
Yeah.
Old.
Okay.
Let's do this.
70. Hold on. Well, shout out. Our studio audience know how much? 71? 76.
Let's do
He's
this.
76.
Really quick. Around show of hands. If Trump runs again for president, how many of y'all will be voting for Trump if he runs for presidency next year?
I don't vote, but I would vote for him if I did.
Oh,
So we have
3 out of the 5.
So we have 3 out of 5. We have 3 out of 5.
But all right, but you gotta think about this. When it comes to like Trump, most of the people that's gonna vote for Trump, whether they Democrat or not, small business owners and people who own their own business, whether small or not, will vote for Trump.
He's a businessman.
Exactly, and a lot of things that he did was for business owners. And let's just keep it all the way 100, okay? When Trump was in office, to get all these little scams and everything else, it was easy as hell. So a lot of people got money when Trump was in office. Like, let's just keep it all the way 100.
PPP.
Like PPP loans, SBA loans, all that. Like, it was easy as hell to get when Trump was in
I know a
office.
few bitches in
But
here
it
that got
wasn't
it.
until when Biden got in office, they put the clamps down on it, and you couldn't really get it like that. But I'm just keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? So whether you like him or not,
Period.
I know a lot of hood niggas, a lot of scammers, and a lot of everybody else that will vote for Trump just for the fact that during that time period, let's play this. When Trump got in office, your finances probably didn't look as good. But while he was in office,
They're about the
you
same.
got
They gonna hold
balling
you.
up. Some people had a little moment where they were balling.
It's not about the same.
He moved money. He moved money, and he made it easy for everybody to get.
Whenever Republicans are in office, there's money. Whenever Democrats are in office, there's nothing. That's just across the board. So I've never voted Democrat.
But either way it goes, no president is going to fix anything in 1 term or 2 terms. There's so much damage done before anything.
So it goes back to what I said when I said really like your work will not be shown until your second term. And at best.
At best. Because it depends how much damage is done prior to.
But-
And damage being what you're support. You're gonna say what you're supporting. You know what I'm saying? So
I can tell you like this. Now, this is one way will he will win, and he'll win on Democratic votes and everything else. If that boy, if Trump go over there and he get that girl Brittany Griner, if he get her out for
bring her
Russia,
back.
if he
bring it back, it's over.
because like I think I said on our last taping when we cause we did speak about her briefly
Yeah.
that if anybody can go get her, I
Maybe
believe Trump can go get her.
Yeah, you
I
just
believe Trump can go get her because
He might.
like I said before, when he was in office, as much shit as he did, America, we did not seem weak.
Yeah.
We did not seem weak as fuck. Like, he made it clear, like, he'll tell you, while he sit on the podium, we'll beat your ass. And with a straight face, and answer questions about it afterwards.
Okay. Well.
So, I mean, I respect this gangster. I tell him that. He just announced it.
It's
as of right
official,
now,
as
it's
of this
official.
very second, he has just announced it. Yes.
So right
Trump's a
now,
thug.
so right now, 2024, Trump is on the ballot. Now,
Trump is
who
a
was he
thug.
running against? So here's the real question.
Obama.
No,
if he
no.
run against Obama,
Well, he
who
can't
y'all-
run against Obama.
He can't.
He would have to go.
He can run against Michelle.
See somewhere else and then come back.
Yeah.
He can run against Michelle if she decided to run.
Obama, I would still vote Trump.
But let me ask you this.
Just facts. I mean, Obama, yes, he was in office, but really what
Yeah,
he
the shit
So let me ask you this.
He didn't really make a big impact.
He's the one that signed the bill for the police to kill us.
Nah.
Okay, all right. Boom.
Well,
there you
that's
go.
T.
The people
So
have spoken.
the people
All
have
right,
spoken.
People have spoken.
So moving on.
I hate to say it, Trump, you got a good chance of fucking winning.
At least in this room.
on swiftly and
Swiftly and
professionally.
professionally. While we're talking about voting,
Yes.
you know, Georgia. Obviously, we're in the state of Georgia. We're gonna be running into a runoff. Warnock versus Herschel Walker.
Can I say this real quick?
Absolutely.
Shout out to Herschel, because I didn't even think you were going to make it this far. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I hope you lose, because I'm voting against you, just so you know that. Like, but I didn't even think it was going to get this far. I really didn't. I didn't think it was going to get this far, but
Yeah.
shout out to you for making it this far.
Absolutely, because them campaigns and commercials I was watching,
They were dragging him.
like,
My favorite was the debate. He pulled out the little,
dragging him.
he pulled out the fake badge. I am a police. Pulled out the badge. That was straight Halloween badge, boy. Straight Halloween badge right there.
well, you know, shout out to Herschel and shout out to Warnock. However, we do want to make sure that we encourage everybody to go out and vote. That is our constitutional right, and it's something that we all should exercise. You know, if you feel inspired to. We don't want to expose or tell you what to vote for, but just vote. You know, make sure you voting for whatever makes sense for you and only you.
At the end of the day, if you don't vote, you can't say shit. How about that? If you don't vote, you can't say nothing.
Facts.
So,
Period.
if you want your voice to
When
be
is that
heard,
though? That is in December.
December 6th is the runoff, but I think you can vote before that. But check your listings, make sure you registered in the right county, and do all that good stuff, because some people missed out on that because they didn't do they did not do their due diligence and make sure that they were registered. So everybody right now, make sure that you register. Make sure you register in the right county, and on that day or prior to, make sure you go. Make sure your voice is heard, no matter who you vote for. You know what I'm saying? So all jokes aside, it don't matter who you vote for. Just make sure you vote. Make sure your voice is heard, and good luck to both of the candidates. Even though Herschel, I hope you lose. Yeah, of course I'm gonna say what I got to say. Okay, I'm gonna say it. All right. You watch the MVP show, you know what I'm gonna say.
We're keeping up with votings and polls and things of that nature. The Grammy nominations have just come out.
I see.
The Grammy nominations have just come out.
I mean, but are the Grammys really big now?
Well, I mean, so when it comes to music, the platform for the Grammys was the Bible of music in regards to awards.
Not so much now, though.
I feel like now it's become more political than artistry. You know what I'm saying? But originally the Grammys were based about, you know, if you had a Grammy, you were considered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the creme de la creme.
Yeah.
Speaking of Grammys, but I just seen this not too long ago. Actually, I seen it earlier today. Shout out to Beyonce, because I think
the most nominated,
and she beat Jay-Z out.
She's tied with him right now.
She beat him.
She beat him.
She beat him for being nominated more times than he has.
Yep.
But the funny thing is, he's probably wrote some of those songs. So
He did write some of
it's
these
still
songs.
in the
If you give
family.
him the credits. It's
still in the family.
That's not
Still in the family.
Shout
Shout out to
Sean
the power
Carter.
couple. For real. Bro, I did my homework.
Speaking of the Grammys and the nominations, so the biggest scandal on Twitter and Instagram and social media platforms is Nicki Minaj being snubbed.
Was
for
she
the Grammys.
snubbed though? I mean, was
Well,
Freaky,
that's what they're saying.
What she put out
They're
this year,
saying
Freaky Girl?
she put out "Freaky Girl," which was
I don't even remember that song.
it was a #1 single for 10 weeks.
10 weeks or 10
I believe
days?
10 weeks. 10 weeks. If I remember
Are you
correctly.
sure?
If I remember.
We're gonna have to fact check that. Can y'all
Exactly,
fact check
because
Can
that?
someone fact check that, please? But I believe it was 10 weeks.
Because,
10
like,
weeks.
for 10
So
weeks?
it's been confirmed, yeah. So
Alright.
she had the #1 single for 10 weeks.
All right, so here's the thing about this. So did Gorilla, had a #1 single. So
But
did
she got nominated.
right. So did Lotto.
And she got nominated.
Right.
So that's the issue. Why didn't they at least nominate Nicki Minaj? That's the issue. That's what the scandal is.
Sometimes you can write a check your ass can't cash. And
Now, so once again, we're going to ask the audience if they feel Nicki Minaj, when the Grammys, all right, so basically, background story. when the Grammys, when Nicki submitted her submissions for the Grammys, she submitted "Freaky Girl" as, I believe, #1 like hip hop.
But why did they remove Freaky Girl from? I feel
No, hold on. She didn't get. It wasn't removed. If it was going to be nominated, they were going to put it in the pop category.
got you.
And she felt that if you put it in the pop category, you basically did not want me to win. That's why you moved me over there, because you knew a pop artist would beat me. So she went on this whole rant, jumping on social media, going live, and doing this whole big whatever, and adding the Grammys, etc. And then fast forward 3 weeks later, they didn't even bother to nominate her. So do you feel that it was her, we're just gonna ask the audience, and then but do you feel her rant blocked her from getting her nominations? Raise your hands. Everyone who feels her rant is the reason why she was not nominated. Do y'all agree to that? Do you feel that? You read?
Personality, her
Alright, speak up.
So
all together.
Say it again.
Her personality alone hurts her career.
Facts.
You know
facts.
She's
Facts.
total, she's not humble at all. She's a total bully. Her entire career has been built on beats with other women. And she contradicts herself all. Yes.
And for you?
Entire career.
And you? How do you feel?
I do feel like that when she made the big scene about everything, like they was like, okay, so you want to complain about this? We're not gonna give you anything, because they really trying to make an example out of her. Because they were like, okay, you want to talk about you complaining about being in this particular category? We're not gonna put you in no category. And you know, I hate that her speaking her mind the way she felt about it cost her the entire nomination altogether. But
so. Well, I will say that I'm sorry if I cut you off.
no, you didn't. Go ahead.
But I will say this though too. I do feel that she did get snubbed, because if they put big energy in the rap category, that is more of a pop song than anything else. Like so.
That's been the argument.
And
that's been the argument.
And going back to the BET Awards, I don't feel I'm staying by it. I don't think she should have won over Glorilla.
What?
No, I don't. And you know what? Cause like we didn't discuss it, but I'm gonna tell you why. Because once again, like if you look at the timeline and everything else, they both were at the top for you know what I'm saying, for a good significant time. You know what I'm saying, #1s. And they both were bangers, classics for the summer, for the time period that it was, and pretty much going forward. So in all categories, they're neck and neck. But originality.
So how? Wait,
No, wait, hold on.
How long was Glorilla's song #1? Does anyone know that?
It might have been longer than
Ever number
maybe.
one?
I don't
No, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it wasn't #1, but hold on, let me finish though. But when it come down to it, and like when you talk about music, right? One thing about music is about being original, right? So Big Energy was not original. Because it was a Mariah Carey beat,
and
then also
So was Freaky Girl. Freaky Girl was.
It was a Mariah Carey beat. It was a sample. A sample of a sample. But guess what? But when she performed it, you had Mariah. So technically, you still had some extra help. But a Gorilla song was all authentic. It was all original. It was an original beat, original lyrics, and everything else, and it still ran toe to toe.
That's true.
So technically, on that merit, yes, she should have beat out Lotto.
I don't think her issue is with the Glorilla thing at all, because she haven't said anything about that. But I think that, of course, her and Mariah do not get along at all, and I think Nicki,
yeah.
since the American Idol situation, they never kind of got together. And I think with Mariah being put on the Lotto song, they pushed that because of Mariah. And I think that Mariah is good with the powers that be, and Nicki just did too much, and that's just kind of what happened.
The remix with Mariah didn't do anything like that.
Numbers wise,
No,
it
it
did though.
did.
When you look at the numbers,
The
it
remix-
did.
Not the original.
No, the remix
compared
with
to the
Mariah
original.
though. I'm talking about the remix.
No. The remix is what put her
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
space that she was
In
in.
the she-
The
yeah,
remix
that's
did
true.
better than
With
the original.
Mariah,
The
yeah.
remix put her on. The
We
remix.
have facts.
Google it.
Look
the
at the
remix put her, I
numbers.
believe, at #2.
Well,
something like that. The remix did.
I mean, well, one thing when it does come to music, you have levels to it, and let's just be honest, Mariah is like musical royalty, not hip hop, not R&B, not classical, musical royalty. So whatever room she walks into, whether it's a rock and roll room or pop room, whatever, you're gonna know who the fuck Mariah is. So she's on that level, like a Whitney Houston and everything. Like some of these artists can't walk into other buildings and expect the same treatment or the same respect that you would get amongst your peers. Yeah. Mariah is one of them that no matter where she walk into, she's royalty. She's like she can walk into a Smashing Pumpkin concert.
Come on, Smashing Pumpkin.
I'm just saying, everybody go, oh shit, that's Mariah. Make sure she get her own section and everything else. You gotta look out for her. But let Nicki walk into that same one. It's not gonna be. I mean, she's gonna get credit.
No, Nicki's
Nicki is royalty too.
Nicki's very
I don't
respected. But I do.
Nicki is rap royalty.
She's rap, exactly.
But I do.
Rap.
Not even just rap, but female rap.
Hold on. One at a time. No, go ahead.
No, what?
No, say what you about to say.
No, I was just saying Nicki. I feel like Nicki would get that same respect as Mariah. Mariah is, I mean, obviously she don't do rap or anything like that, but like I agree, she is musical royalty. But I feel like Nicki would get that same respect if she walked into a room. Like even though she had her little beats, like these females, like they look up to her. Like
You know why I disagree with you? Because she didn't get nominated for a Grammy.
you know how many like legends don't have a Grammy though. A lot of legends don't have a Grammy.
That's true.
So that brings on another question, because as we originally were talking about with the Grammys, originally the Grammys were based on what's the word I'm looking for? It was basically like
numbers.
Hold on a second.
Use your words.
Chart placement?
No. It's all right. So basically, the Grammys basically is a, I don't want to say a community. That's not the right word I'm looking for.
You're probably right when you say community.
No, it's not. It's not community. But all right. So the Grammys is basically a group of people who come together.
A committee.
A committee. That's
A
what
committee.
I'm sorry.
A committee.
So the Grammys is a committee who comes together. They listen to the songs and they determine what they feel. You artists submit their music. The committee listens to the music and then determines if they feel you should be nominated.
You know what that's called?
And hold on, friend. And the question that artists are now saying is, should American Music Awards mean more because those are awards based off of the people's choice? Well, should Billboard Awards mean more because those are based off of charts versus a committee who says you're worthy of this award? You get what I'm saying? Y'all are the buying power. So people are now shifting gears. If you look at artists, they're now saying American Music Awards are more important. Billboard Awards are more important because you guys are the buying public. The committee, because you don't like my music, you're not nominating me. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So with that being said, how do you feel that plays in regards to the three platforms of awards?
All right, well, can I say this real quick? Because we keep throwing out a word out there that I don't think we're really paying attention to. We keep saying that the artists are submitting their music, that, you know what I'm saying, that they want to be, you know, I guess, submitted for these awards and everything else. So maybe at some point, instead of putting responsibility on the committee, let's look at the artists. Because this is a song that you put out there to be nominated and it didn't get picked. So maybe you just picked the wrong fucking song to put out there.
But think about like Summer Walker. Summer Walker broke so many R&B records and she didn't get nominated.
But
that's
the
politics.
But you know what? But you know what?
Politics.
But you know what? But you know what? Like, you know why I think Summer Walker did not? Because when it comes to Summer Walker, she's the one, and she's admitted to this. Like, she's very antisocial. She doesn't like being out. She has anxiety. So when it comes to doing these tours and everything else, because let's just be honest, as an artist, when you have a hot song, hot album, and everything else, radio spins go so far. But when you do these concerts, you do these pop-ups and everything else, that's where your real fan base is coming in at. That's where your real money is coming in at and stuff like that. So if you're not doing that with your album...
But her show sold out. She broke Beyonce records. And she still did not get nominated. She broke Beyonce records. Her last two albums broke Beyonce records.
Wait, we need to tell the organizations for who's talking, because everyone just can't be talking at one time.
What Beyonce though? What Beyonce he talking about?
Summer Walker broke records. She broke Beyonce records.
She broke Destiny's Child record, right?
No, Beyonce. She broke Beyonce records. Where her
Beyonce
last
and Jay-Z.
tour-
The most canceled tours?
The last, I'm not even talking about tours. I'm talking about her album streams.
Album
like
streams.
she both broke Beyonce records. Like
Beyonce.
both albums broke Beyonce records. And even when you talk about concerts, her concerts were still sold out. Like even though she had like social anxiety and things like that, people were still coming out to see her.
The thing is though, they were
And
coming
they
out
were
to see her,
sold out.
but they didn't see her because she
Like
wasn't.
the Tabernacle.
No, this
and-
last year she showed up.
See,
her first
okay.
year, yeah, she was like she canceled a lot of shows towards the end. But this past year, she showed up to shows. Like she still, I don't think she gave 100%. Like, cause I seen some of the feedback from some of her fans, but she was there
To sell
and
out
they were
center
still
stage.
sold out.
Center stage.
She sold out.
She
all
could
her
never
shows.
sell out what Beyonce sells
Center
out.
stage.
I'm not talking about concert. I'm
Did
talking
you know
like when
Post
we
Malone
talk
and
about
Sway Lee broke the
streams and
record
things like
for
that.
the
The
greatest
last
single
couple of
ever
years, she
made,
beat
17
Beyonce
times.
records. Look it up. I'm telling y'all. Look it up.
Can I take a quick left real quick?
You want a quick left? Well, hold on, because I got a left too.
Okay, well, I'm
your
gonna
left might be
take your
left.
left first.
All right, yeah, because I think your left is gonna be way left.
No, I'll let you go.
All right, real quick, because this ain't about Beyonce or Summer Walker, real quick. But shout out to Post Malone and Sway Lee for their single Sunflower, because it went 17 times platinum.
Damn.
Exactly, and it's been labeled as like the greatest single so far, as like 17 times platinum. I guess that's all I really got to fucking say. All right, so shout out to Post Malone and Sway Lee for that single. 17 times platinum is not a small feat. That is some real big shit. So shout out to y'all too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I know that one left. Cause we
Well,
want to
I'm
talk
gonna go a little bit
about.
more left.
Exactly. That's why I said you gonna go left. You gonna go way left than what I'm gonna go left.
Can we? 21 Savage was on.
With some with that bullshit. Oh,
He
you
said
didn't hear that?
Nas is not a relevant rap artist.
Yeah.
21 Savage said Nas is not a relevant rap artist. That's so disrespectful. Like 21 who?
Number one, it was very.
Isn't he Canadian?
Number one, it was very disrespectful. But number two, how did the conversation even come about? Like, what were they talking about? What was the?
To be honest with you,
I think they was on
I don't-
live stream.
I'm not sure what the conversation is about, but let's just keep it all in. Let's keep it a buck, okay? There are certain artists who are legends. Certain artists that no matter how old they get, they deserve respect.
How dare you? 21
Nas, you probably just Nas, Snoop, Eminem, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, Ice Cube, hell, motherfucking Ice-T. Nah, never mind. Sorry, not you. I went too far. Not you, Ice-T. All right, but those artists that I just announced, they can put out an album now, and their fan base will go get it, and will create new fan base based off that. You see what I'm saying? So as far as being relevant, this is how I look at this. You for 21 Savage to say that he's irrelevant at this moment, to me, you're saying that he is relevant because you had to drop his name to make yourself relevant at this moment. Only because you just did an album. I get it with Drake, and I'm not gonna lie.
I thought it was a Drake album.
No. It's a collaboration.
Oh,
and I'm gonna give it his credit. The bitch is a banger. It's a banger. But guess what? It don't compare shit to any one of Nas' albums that he put out. 21. I'm just being a buck. Like Nas is royalty. Nas is royalty. You're not there yet, 21.
The motherfucking ring, like Nas said.
You're not there yet.
Nas is royalty to us because we're older than 21 Savage. He young. So people that grew up in different time range, they don't see the same people that we saw and we look at as legends. They have a whole
And that's
different
true.
perspective of people that they look up to. Like
That's true.
because they didn't hit like the same when we felt it.
That's true. But the problem is that the fact that okay, if you're in a certain field in life, right? Okay, let's say you're a doctor. Okay, you're a doctor and you're a brain surgeon, right? And you've had 2 brain surgeons that were just the shit before you. Mm-hmm. You're gonna study them and you'll give homage to them because they paved the way for you. So to 21 Savage to say this about an artist who, let's just keep it a buck, when Nas and all them were coming out, hip hop was still trying to make its way to the mainstream. It was mainstream, but it was still trying to make its way to what it was today. So, because this is the person that I'm pretty sure that, I ain't gonna say that he inspired you, but I'm pretty sure that you bumped up quite a few of his songs. A lot of his songs made you want to be like, oh, I think I can do this too. I like the cadence, I like the melodies, I can do this. Pay homage.
But people don't make timeless music anymore though. Like you gonna
These new artists don't make timeless music.
Exactly, the new artists. So that's what I'm saying. Like even 21 Savage, like his comment about Nas and stuff like that. Like you can still like play a Nas record today, and it's gonna knock. A 21 Savage record 10 years from now, who gonna remember a 21 Savage song?
But my thing is this. Nas just dropped an album 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
And a week or two ago.
No,
he just dropped
another.
You're right.
He just dropped another one.
But the album he dropped 2 years ago, a year.
King's Disease.
King's Disease. It did well.
His fan base showed up for him.
It did well.
But like I said, I think one of you guys said it over. I think it was you who said it. That at the end of the day, these new artists are not making timeless music like our old artists are. You see what I'm saying? So that's why the Snoops, the Nas, the Jay-Z's, hell, let's just be honest, okay? Anytime Jay-Z hop on a fucking song, you know that he's gonna have the best verse. I mean, most of the time he's gonna have the best verse, no matter who he hop on with.
Shout out to God.
You see what I'm saying?
Long story short, 21, you were disrespectful for that.
You're very disrespectful.
You were very
You
disrespectful.
were very disrespectful, my young brother. You know what I'm saying? And fun, I say this though too. 21, you really can't really speak because right now with the young music that's going on right now, I mean like Lil Baby's killing it, but right behind Lil Baby, all I hear is NBA YoungBoy. Everybody playing NBA YoungBoy.
Savage, you at the bottom of the Young Barrel.
I ain't gonna say
You at the bottom of the Young Barrel.
is the male version of Nicki Minaj.
Facts. I give you that.
But again, that was 21 Savage. That's for what he is right now. That was for him. Like I ain't never listened to no Nas album to be honest. Besides his stuff, so I wouldn't put. I'm not gonna name Nas as one of my top 5 rappers to be honest. And I know about music, but Nas just never did it. He wouldn't be one of the greats for me. Like everybody go up and say, it depends on the personal preference. Like some people just think that it is who you feel or who connects with you most, and that's who connected with him.
Alright, but so I mean, I get what you're saying. Well, yeah, like I get what you're saying. Like he's not gonna be one of your top picks, but if someone mentioned him, you're not gonna say he's irrelevant. You're gonna give his credit to where it's
That
due.
is true. I'm never gonna say he's irrelevant.
Right,
He's done
right.
his part from the.
And that's what.
Yeah.
All right, and to go back to it, that's where it comes back to is the fact that okay, to you he may not be relevant, but open your eyes and look a little further.
Yeah.
He is relevant. He's just not relevant to your circle.
He had the
But at
wrong
the end of the day,
word
to
choice.
21, you're not relevant to quite a few people right now.
He might not be your favorite, but he's definitely one of the greats.
So, who's your favorite rapper?
Of all time,
Who's your favorite rapper?
I got two.
Wrong word.
I got two. So my favorite rapper of all time, my favorite rappers of all time is Tupac, of course, West Side, West Coast till I die. You already know. But funny thing is also Jay-Z. I was a big Jay-Z fan. He was one of the people I said I gotta go see. Like before I die, I gotta go see, and I got a chance to go see him and Mary J. Blige when they came to Atlanta. So
You from up north?
Jay-Z, no, I'm from Compton, California, all day.
That's interesting to say that.
Well, I would definitely say my top 3 most respected rappers. My top 3.
My favorite
My
rapper.
top 3. You gonna let me answer the question?
No.
My top 3 most respected rappers would be Jay-Z, Biggie, and Fox. Period.
All up north people, huh?
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
We don't get no. Oh damn! So the
That's
West,
where I'm from.
so the East Coast don't love us.
It is what it is.
You don't love Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
And I guess it's gonna play into what Montrez said about who connects to you and whatever. My favorite rapper is Fabulous. My favorite rapper. I'm not saying he's the best rapper in the world, but
His wordplay is
But he's my favorite rapper.
You know what? I will give you that because as far as his wordplay, he is like top 2 of all time when it comes to wordplay.
His wordplay.
Wordplay and fashion, he's top 2 of all time.
So can we go to the
So
Y'all capping tonight.
Can we get a little
Y'all big
research?
capping. I ain't never heard about shit about Fabulous.
Who's your favorite rapper?
favorite rappers. Let's go. Who we got? You give us two.
So, are we just saying my favorite rapper is today, or are we paying homage to the great?
All time. Who you got?
So, I have tried to put my, but if we're gonna pay homage to the greats, right? And I'm older than all of you guys in this room, I'll take it all the way back to Sugar Hill,
Okay.
Wild Crew. Now, those guys to me will be called the greats. To me, because
Right.
they paved the way for everyone today.
Okay.
To me, Nas is not considered a great. Is he a good rapper? Absolutely, but a great? I couldn't say that. I could just say he's a good rapper. But if you take it all the way back, you know what I'm saying? Then yes, George Clinton, you gotta go back.
Wait, hold on. Was George Clinton a rapper?
He rapped and sung.
He wouldn't put. I don't know. George Clinton ain't a
But
rapper.
he was a great. That's a great. Nas, no.
He came out with a phone five. Him and
Great for me is Jay-Z, but my favorite right now is gonna be Lil Baby.
Cool.
Baby.
Okay.
What you say, Lil Baby?
I don't want to hear right now.
Hold on,
I wanna
hold on,
hear
hold on.
Who's your
Next.
favorite rapper?
He just said Lil Baby.
My favorite rapper has had like a coke binge for the last couple years.
Who?
I don't care what nobody say, but Lil Wayne, that's gonna always be my
But
nigga.
he's a lyricist now.
This is gonna always
Lil
be
Wayne
my
is
guy.
a
So out of
Yeah,
everybody,
you
Lil
cannot-
Wayne,
You can't deny
Lil
that.
Wayne is gonna be my favorite. Definitely.
What about you?
If I had to go bad, I'm gonna have to say, of course, Biggie and Tupac, like those, they set the standard. Like they don't even rap with that no more. Biggie and Tupac are just favorite and only, respectfully. But now I would say, of course, you have to say Wayne. Like he just, I'm gonna have to say Wayne, Nicki, and Drake. Like they just are
I'm
all
not mad at that.
same.
I'm not mad at like I'll give Drake his credit because
Drake
like,
is crazy.
like he's versatile.
I mean,
Yeah.
Drake is the writer behind it all, so
I'm gonna say definitely top Pac, he a poet. So and besides Pac, Nicki, like her punchlines and like metaphors, like I think she's unmatched. I think she killed a lot of these dudes in the industry right now. If you really listen to like what she say, like she killing a lot of people. Besides like the drama and shit,
Yeah.
like she's really it.
are we talking about
It's
Nicki
not like
today or
Pac-
old Nicki?
Nicki today, old Nicki.
Nicki
like,
today is trash.
All of that is part of her story.
Nicki today is
All of that is part of her story. So I think it don't
So what we're
matter
gonna do is
yesterday or today.
What we're gonna do is this. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna refill our drinks. We had an exclusive interview, virtual interview with Dr. Heavenly.
Hey,
so please check
Doctor.
that out. We're about to drop that real quick, and we'll be right back. We're gonna have an open forum with the audience for about 5 minutes. We'll be right back. Welcome to the MVP show. We have a special guest in the virtually in the building with us.
She's in the building.
Our baby girl, Dr. Heavenly. What's up, my love?
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's going on, baby girl? How you doing?
Good. Thank y'all for having me this evening.
It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure, man.
Thank you for pulling up.
Absolutely.
You've been doing this show for a while, because I was on this show maybe like 2 years ago?
Yes.
It may have been more than 2 years ago, actually.
It was different guys though. It was a light-skinned tall dude, I remember.
Oh.
No, it's the same three, but he's not here today.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so it's four of us, but he's just not here today.
Got it. I understand. Okay.
Yeah, we still here. We still tolerate each other.
That's
We
good.
ain't knocked each other out yet.
That's
See, so
great.
what you got to do is you got to tell Bravo Andy stop playing with us and get us over there on the Bravo network.
I know that's right.
All right. So I just kind of want to get straight into it. I know we're coming off of that was season 9, correct?
Yeah, that season is over.
So if I could just ask a question, how are you and Dr. Contessa right now after that?
I'm good with everybody. Listen, I'm so over this show, and y'all like 2 weeks after. So these questions, ask me something else. Ask me about my dentistry. I'm done with Married to Medicine. That show is over. The reunion's been shot. We good.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that.
I done answered all these questions already. I don't want to go backwards going forward in the name of Jesus.
In the name.
I hope y'all else prepared besides that.
Oh, I do. I actually have a question from a viewer. asking Dr. Heavenly about her investment group. How is it, and what makes it a unique and attractive opportunity?
Well, that investment group, I've been doing it almost over a year now, almost 2 years. And we started just doing different investments. Me, myself, Dr. Jackie, and a friend of mine, Dr. Jay, that we were working on, and Dr. Jewel. And we were looking for crypto investments, and we actually went through a lot of them and lost money, made money, lost money. But we found this one outlet. Well, we actually got 3 now. But we started with one outlet that can make you 2 to 4% a week on your money. And that's actually conservative when it comes to trading Forex, but it's actually the learning point where you need to start at, because they got outlets that make a whole lot more. But I always tell people to start small and educate themselves as they go. So the Heavenly Investment Group, you go to that website, theheavenlyinvestment.com, it actually gives you information. And then if you put in your information, somebody will call you and answer all your questions and help you invest in different platforms.
Oh, nice.
That's what's up.
Okay.
And how is the beauty supply store situation going?
The supply store is hard. It's not the lack of clients, it's the lack of good help. Like to me, in a dental office, it was way different because it's a professional environment. And that dog scared me. Professional environment. And I pay my staff like $30, $40 an hour. But beauty supply, they don't make that. So the people don't come to work on time and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of dealing with. We cleaned the house and we got new people and they're doing great now. But it was actually a learning curve with that.
All right, so quick question. Name your worst employee that you fired. Put them on blast.
I don't have a worst or a best. I think that just every situation's a little bit different, So we actually got it together and got some good people in there now. So I hired a new manager and everything. So we're doing good now.
You caught anybody trying to steal any bundles?
No, no, none of that. No, I did not know. No, we have a pretty good audit way of auditing. We have the codes on the items, and we key it in every time we make a purchase, so we can tell how many we have left and that kind of stuff. So we do a good job of auditing and making sure we have all our supplies.
That's good.
So you recently attended BravoCon. What was that like?
It was amazing. I really liked BravoCon. I actually got there late because I was actually speaking. I was speaking at the American Dental Association, and that was amazing as well. I got to BravoCon like Saturday night, but it was explosive. I mean, you got to see people that you've never seen before, like our Bravo sisters on Housewives of Potomac, and of course, I see the Atlanta girls all the time. But it was like nothing but love. Like when I saw Karen Huger, that's the first time I've ever seen her in person. But we tweet, that kind of stuff. She hugged me. We exchanged numbers. It's like we were good friends, like sisters, even though we had never met. It was kind of a love there. And it was amazing. The fans were exciting. They were electric. And I enjoyed myself. I really did.
Now, speaking of Potomac, we have to ask a couple of questions. You watched the show, correct?
I do not. I know Candace personally. That's my friend. I know Giselle. I know all the girls. I know me, but I probably know Candace the best. But
that's his favorite. That's his favorite.
She's very amazing in her way of using words. She's a word wizard. And I just think that the women are so intelligent and it's amazing. And they never cease to amaze me. I know they got their mess, but I actually did watch What Happens Live with Ashley Darby. They're just really pulled up intelligent women. They just really are. And they're beautiful in real life. You see somebody and you see them in real life and then they don't look like how they did. They're pretty.
So in other words, reality TV is taking a step up in as far as the talent goes. Because lately, before then, they just pick anybody and everybody.
I don't know about that, but I'm telling you, those ladies at Potomac got it going on.
Okay. Well, I have a question from a viewer. It's taking a little bit of a left turn. Is it important for you to publicly share your natural look versus makeup and hair? Is that important for you?
For me, no. If y'all watch my social media, I come off with no makeup at all, or I come full glammed up. But I know certain people on our show and off our show that you will never see them without makeup, hair, and a edit, and
A filter.
a filter. But me, I don't care. I got my man. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with or without makeup, so I'm okay with it. But I know some people would never be seen without their makeup.
Right. She said she already got hers, so she don't need the makeup. She ain't trying to impress nobody.
I look good with or without. I like it. Sometimes my husband says I look younger without makeup, but I like makeup. I like to dress up sometimes, but it ain't a necessity for me because I come barefaced and I still look okay. You know what I'm saying? So
You better speak it.
I mean, I'm just telling the truth.
So season 10. I don't need to start yet, but season 10. If you could switch it up a little bit, maybe add someone else, take someone else, what would you do?
That's kind of a messy question, but I don't mind. Listen, I would keep the Fab Five, and then I would trade it up and put new people in. The Fab Five is myself, Simone, and Jackie, and Quad and Toya. Everybody else can go, and then they can start some new blood, so we can actually start, some new blood and some new energy, if you will.
How would you feel if Mariah came back?
That would never happen. So
Why? Y'all gotta fill me in. I don't know. Why Mariah can't come back? What she done did?
I want to ask somebody else, but she won't be back.
She won't be back.
I might want to ask Andy that, babe.
Wait.
Okay.
Damn. Well,
So-
no Mariah.
Yeah, so another direction. I have another question for you. Being private and intimate about your marriage has seemingly been healthy for you. Do you believe that keeping details about your marriage tightly guarded and private has helped you within the reality and non-reality realm?
I think that what you're trying to say is, I really, honestly, y'all see what y'all get. Dr. Damon is who he is. I am who I am. When private, I guess what I want to tell you is everybody's marriage ain't jacked up. Some people have jobs. Some of them come home every night. Some of them don't cheat. I did not know that people went all through all their marriage till I got on TV. So it looks like I'm not sharing, but ain't nothing to share. Our marriage is good. And I didn't realize everybody else's marriage was jacked up.
Everybody's in style.
She said, I didn't realize.
That's true.
My husband, but we don't do that in public. In public or private. You know what I mean? We respect one another. We uplift one another, and that ain't fake. Now I curse all the women out. You know what I mean? So, but my husband never. I respect him. I love him. He's my king.
Okay.
So what's next for you? What's next in regards to business, television, etc.?
I'll always be a dentist. That's my bread and butter. That's what I love. That's my passion. But I also have a passion to educate women on investments, business, money, relationships, all that. And that's what Dr. Heavenly University has become. I've been coaching dentists for over 10 years on how to start and run a successful dental practice, and giving them CE credits, learning the top end procedures and stuff like that. But now I've opened it up to everybody. And really soon I'm going to have a 5-day challenge where we're going to actually go into the intricacies of Dr. Heavenly University and help women in all aspects of business, how to make money, how to be wealthy, how to become a millionaire, and what investments to get in, what investments to get out. But most importantly, diversified, and I always say 7 streams of income.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Amazing.
Wow, this is crazy.
Like me, y'all ain't ready. What's up?
Huh? Well, you said season 9 was over.
Season 9 is done.
You don't want to
Wow, the lights are on.
Hey, our producer just walked in. Now you
Production-
can tell we got production. Now.
Production has just walked into the building.
You can see me
You
now.
can see us now.
A little bit. It looked like you turned the lights on. I thought, y'all was doing bad and they turned them out, but that's okay.
Well, no, you said the reunion has wrapped. So you didn't want to revisit that. So we got,
No, but everything good. But love for everybody. I don't have no problem with anybody. I think that the season was rough for me because I lost my mom in the middle of filming, and
Right.
that kind of played out on the reunion. But then they got right back to the mess, and I was kind of offended a little bit, but not, to the point where whatever. And I just think that it was a good season. I think it was one of our best seasons, actually.
Wow.
But some people had fake storylines. So.
Okay. Who are some people? Can we add a?
Watch the show, if you don't watch, you shouldn't be at. You know who it is.
I mean, I did watch the show, but I'm trying to figure out who would be the fake story.
If you watch the show, you'd absolutely know.
I'm gonna think about that.
I think. Can I say if I say a name and I get it right, will you tell me I'm right?
Absolutely, I had no problem.
Anila.
Yeah, she had a part of fake. The fake.
Wow.
People say the nanny was fake, but I don't know. I don't know about that.
Well, you said people said say that again.
Her nanny.
Her name is fake.
People said it was fake, a fake storyline, but I don't know.
Oh,
Wow, fake storyline.
who else?
Well, I mean,
who
I
else
guess-
you think?
I mean,
So
I guess
it was only one
that.
person you feel, or
Well, I asked the Fab Five did not include Dr. Contessa, so
Right.
that
Right.
concerned me just a smidget
Why?
because I Dr. Contessa to me is like a real one, so I just thought that she would be a part of the Fab Five. But again, I'm not there. I don't.
This guy over here does not watch the show, and it's very honest. He does not watch the show, or he would never say that. And just be honest, I know you don't.
Oh,
Yeah, she's talking to you.
You don't feel that way. You're not looking at how you.
She's talking to you.
Not watching our show.
she's checking you.
I love the show.
I mean, honest, you don't watch our show. You
I watched the show. I love Dr. Contessa.
I watched the show. I watched the show. I watched the show, so I know what's going on.
I love Dr. Contessa.
She's not here for it.
Wow.
However, I love.
So with her, what happened this season, sir? What's his name over there? What's his name?
Ricky.
The one with the hat on.
Ricky.
The one with the hat on, right?
So what
With
happened
blue
this
jeans.
season with her?
Well, Dr. Contessa, there was like a movie night that she had with you that didn't turn out to be so well.
Well, it wasn't.
Okay, what happened?
Well, it wasn't a movie night. It was she had a.
What happened in the end, sir?
What happened in the end, sir?
I don't know if I watched the finale.
Like 2 episodes. Let's be real.
No. I haven't watched just 2 episodes. I watched more than 2. However, I did not watch the finale. I watched the first 2. The first reunion. I haven't finished the second part.
Okay, so we got.
I know it's a 3-part. I haven't finished the second part.
7 hours, and you watched probably 2 minutes out of it. So you.
Damn.
I mean, I'm serious. Like he don't know. He don't know. But
Let me ask you a question. If you don't mind, let me ask you a question. So the ladies, you all have your own, banter and reads and shades, etc. But sometimes when the husbands wind up getting involved, is it awkward? The girl, y'all are used to it. But is it awkward when you see one of the husbands and y'all are interacting for the first time, coming off of something that snowballed into them? You get what I'm saying? Like Contessa talking about.
I don't like when the husbands get involved. I think it's petty stuff between the women, and I think that if the men get involved, it becomes more serious. I really just do. I mean, I don't know about y'all. I don't. If y'all are like men, and another man said something to your wife that was inappropriate, ain't no talking no more. And that's not
Knuckle up.
handle it, and let's do what we do because we catty, we talk, we all A-type personalities. Let it be between the women. That's my opinion.
And she stands behind that
I agree
because
with you.
That's fair.
I agree.
Reunion, the 3rd episode, when Quad wanted to ask Dr. David a question, you was like, "Don't ask my man nothing."
Well, that was a little bit different because I didn't want her telling on me. She was telling on me on my YouTube. Dana has what I do. So if she told on me, he told me to stop, I would have to end my YouTube. So I was like, don't address him because I'm sitting right here. Don't tell him. You know what she was doing. So that's what that was. But like
She was trying to be messy.
her and Eugene, to me, and y'all didn't see it, it was really heated. I did not like it at all. I didn't like the man yelling at her and all this, that, and other, and she didn't have a man there to take up for her or just be protective of her there. You know what I mean? Because we all said things. Why attack Quad? Because she's the only person here without a man. That's just me, and maybe that's my fault. I have gender roles. I really do think so. Everybody, and if they don't, they're lying to themselves. For example, your favorite Contessa, right? When she had a patient in the doctor's office, right? He took his shirt off. He was all cut, right? She rubbed on his arms and shoulders, which was appropriate. But if it was a man to a woman, it's a double standard, right?
Gotcha.
A woman took her shirt off and was being examined by a doctor, and the man rubbed on her. That would be just explosive. And ain't nothing wrong with what she did at all. I'm just saying there's gender roles, and there are,
That's fair. Yeah.
I mean, I agree. Like, the women talking, let women talk.
Women and the men get involved. I think that's just inappropriate. I just don't. I think other than just being nice and complimenting the women, I mean, they can state their piece, but arguing back and forth and yelling at women that ain't your wife, don't even do that with your wife. But it bothered me to my soul. It really did.
Absolutely.
I agree with you.
Sidebar question in regards to one of the episodes.
Uh-huh.
How did you personally feel about Anila and her husband at the Halloween party coming as the moving company towards LaToya? Do you feel it was that serious, or how do you feel towards that?
I say it again. I've said it several times. If you made $1 million on your sale, like they say they did, it was a joke and it was funny. But if it's true what Archer said and you owed all kind of money and had liens, then it wasn't funny. It wasn't fun. You know what I'm saying? So they were just going by what they were saying. They said they sold their house. They were making boss moves. They made all this money. So a moving company wouldn't have been upsetting to me. But if I really did have liens and I had to sell my house to pay my bills off, that ain't funny.
Got it. That makes sense. I see that.
Off of that,
I see that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I didn't understand why they were so mad about it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
that's what they've been moving for probably 6 times out of this 8 years.
God damn.
But y'all, they moved. Wow.
Yeah,
They gonna be going.
Wow. Okay.
So well, you said you don't watch Potomac. You don't watch it.
She said that with another face.
I don't watch it. I don't really watch our show. I know what happened, and that's why when I do my blog, people say I'm saying behind the scenes, but I'm actually saying what really happened. So,
So how do you? So you said okay, you don't watch Potomac. How do you know how Candace's mouth works or maneuvers? Is it just Twitter?
I'm on Twitter, and she's I'm gonna say amazing, but she's treacherous on Twitter. She says anything. Like the words she put together are, I've never seen anybody to be a word wizard the way she is, and that impressed me.
Yeah.
Impressive, you know what I mean? So
I agree. I'm a fan.
You went to her concert, her tour, her show. How was that?
I'm gonna support my sisters, and her manager actually called me, told me she was gonna be in Atlanta, and I rolled up. I didn't know Housewives were gonna be filming there though. They actually had a scene, and when I came out of the back room, talking to Candace, and we were, surprising her that I was there because that's my friend. We know each other. We good. I came out. The producers were some of the same producers on Married to Medicine, and they rushed me into the room with the Housewives. And I know all the ladies, and I ain't scared to talk to nobody. So we actually at the time we laughed, kikied. Me and Kenya, we were having fun playing. So I like all of those ladies. They're amazing.
Who's your favorite housewife of all the different city states?
I like, honestly, favorite. I would say the one that's been most supportive to me is Candy, Drew, but all of them are nice. I mean, Cynthia Bailey is a class act when I meet her, and I know she's not a housewife. Portia, I see all the time. That's a fun girl. She's funny. I like all of them, really, honestly.
So if you could do a show,
my business, promoting my business, Candy is that girl.
Candy.
Because I know how popular she is, and when she does something for you, I know she got to know the magnitude of what she does for you, and it's amazing that she supports people the way that she does. So I'll be forever grateful for all that Candy has done for me and my colleagues.
So if Dr. Heavenly had her own spinoff, right? Her own spinoff show, which five co-hosts would you take with you? Like co-stars on the show to create
On
your
my
own.
show.
Yeah, like you got your own spinoff, and you can pick 4 other co-hosts from either show. Huh?
Can I pick people from other shows? I love Karen.
Yeah.
Huger.
You can pick anybody.
Karen?
Candace, Karen Huger. We gotta have some mess. I would take Phaedra Parks. And
Phaedra Parks.
I think that Portia would be great. And I'd bring Toya along. Just I don't know what people keep calling me, but yeah, I would take Portia along as well.
Okay. Well, all right, I think I like the way this show goes.
Right?
Like Dr. Heavenly and Friends.
Yeah.
So if you could swap reality shows and join another cast for like whatever, you know how like Rob, you know how they be doing the girls trips and stuff like that on Peacock.
You can do.
What show would you jump on?
You can choose Love and Hip Hop too if you wanted.
I don't want Love and Hip Hop, but I would say based on popularity and what would do them for me probably would be Atlanta. That's what I would consider because I could play with any of the girls, you know. And any show I'm on, I think would be, you know, impactful. It would be good. So I would do the Housewives just because they're more known. So Atlanta Housewives, Atlanta.
All right, I got a messy question and I'm gonna ask it anyway.
Yeah, ask it.
All right, so look, if you can get in the ring with any contestant for three rounds,
Oh my God.
with boxing gloves, who would it be?
It definitely would not be his favorite because she whipped my tail. So I'm gonna play to win, and I'm gonna get in there with Simone because I know I could whip her and Anita.
So Simone, you gonna get your ass whooped?
Yeah, no shame, no shade. That's true. Yeah,
Now you gotta go with the win. You gotta go with the win.
right.
All right. We have a few people here, and I just want to see if they have any questions for you. Gentlemen, ladies,
Y'all got a question?
anybody has a question?
You guys got any questions for Dr. Heaven? She gonna start doing what?
Composite fillers?
Veneers.
Veneers?
So, someone,
Composite veneers.
Composite veneers.
Okay.
So are you gonna start?
Composite. I'm not a fan of composite veneers because they're the cheaper brand and
they're
they
chunky and ugly.
and you get recurrent decay and they stain. If you get the porcelain, they last longer and the margins are closed, so they last longer. So I wouldn't do composite.
Porcelain.
It's not good.
What can we expect for her?
I'm sorry, did somebody have composites? Because I wouldn't have said it if y'all had told me that.
Oh no.
Right.
All my teeth work.
What was it? Someone else had a
I'll
question.
come see you. Let me tighten up and smile.
So they want to talk about
Season 10.
Married to Medicine again. They asking what can we expect for the upcoming season of season 10.
I have no clue. I know that my daughter is going away to college, so that will probably be, in a continuation of the Heavenly Investment Group. Some of the ladies probably need help in that space. For me, it would be probably my daughter going away to school because she's the last one to go, and so we'll be empty nesters after she leaves. But I'm stay here in Spelman. But just to continue doing what I'm doing. If y'all bring in some new blood, we can play with them and see what they're about.
See what they got to offer. Period.
So bring in some new blood. We'll see they strong enough.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly.
All right, so
What's your name?
mine,
Yes, sir.
I'm Callie Bo.
Okay, Callie. How are you? Where are you from? LA?
Yes, ma'am. Born and raised.
Yeah, you look LA. Okay, that's
I
all
do.
right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're trying to get the question.
Okay,
I'm
the
sorry.
last question is, I guess there was a spoof with Candy. She did a spoof. And they want to know, is there some beef with you and, is it Quad? You and Quad.
Quad and I go at it all the time, but like I said before, that's my sister. And I love Quad. Quad, we gonna always be good. You know what I mean? She did a great commercial. If you watch my YouTube channel, she did a great commercial for my dental practice. Me and Quad are good. And I thought it was amazing that Candy did that. And she put so much production and time into those spoofs. Did y'all see the one she just did on Stormy? Coach Stormy?
Yeah, I see that one.
To me, when I interviewed Coach Stormy, I thought that the people went viral with that like it was so negative. Now, I'm from Miami. I found that me and Stormy went to the same high school, right? It didn't bother me at all, anything she said. So I didn't understand why it went viral because I thought it was funny. When I first met it, Candy made it further to it was just funny. It was ghetto, but it was funny. I wouldn't eat that, and you hood rat. That wasn't, especially amongst people that are friends, know each other. I didn't understand the whole tiff where they were upset or in outrage that she said that.
Wow. Okay.
But I just think it's amazing. And she got a whole production team to put 3 of herself there and say the words and then come in looking like the lady's going extra with the tattoo on her leg. That's amazing what she's doing. It's amazing.
Yeah, she did that. She did that.
Yeah.
And really quick, I don't know if we actually addressed it, but so are you and Contessa good or?
That beginning, I really don't talk to her. I really don't. We were actually good friends. We don't talk right now. We don't, to be honest.
Okay.
I ain't got no hard feelings. I could be cordial, but I don't think we'd ever be friends the way we were. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. That makes sense. Makes sense. Hold on. Someone else had a question? Y'all good? All right, my love. Well, I thank you so much. I thank you so much for coming.
Actually, past my bedtime. Y'all know I go to bed at 8 o'clock because I'm up at 4 in the morning, and I do a morning motivation at 6 o'clock or 6:30. So I'm up really early, but I go to bed early as well. So yeah, I stayed up. So I stayed up for you.
Oh, so the morning motivation, that's on your YouTube page. You do that every morning.
From YouTube, except on my Instagram as well and Facebook. So I got people putting it in all the platforms, but yes, I started out on YouTube, but yes, it's on all platforms.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna see what you guys say tomorrow morning. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up at 6:30.
And you can look at pre as well. They're inspirational, you know. So
really quick, how is your sons doing?
They're all doing wonderful. Both of them want to be dentists. My oldest boy is finished with school, but he actually is studying to take the DAT, so he playing. And my middle boy, he's graduating this May. So both of them, my daughter is graduating from high school, so she'll start her freshman year next year.
Got it. And they're both of your sons are in Atlanta?
One of them's at UGA, one of them's at Georgia State, yeah.
Got you. I seen your son at the gym too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless you're living under a rock, can you let the people know where can they find you on your social media platforms?
Absolutely. Everything is branded. It's Dr. Heavenly, Dr._Heavenly. All my stuff is at drheavenly.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with the MVP show.
You.
God,
I want to try some of that meatloaf too.
Huh?
I want some of that meatloaf too.
Okay. All right.
Dr. Jamie's not having that. She ain't cooking for
that. No, that's fine. Look, me and him can play spades together while you eat he like cognac, don't he?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
See, we can sip on cognac and a cigar.
Really like him. Really laid back guy. He's really cool.
Yeah. So next time y'all make some, y'all invite me, man. Forget them. Y'all invite me. I'm coming on.
We're gonna have a whole spread. Come on by for Thanksgiving here.
All right, you talking to me, not them, right?
I'm pulling up.
I'm coming.
I'm pulling up. We'll get you some rest. Thank you so much for hanging out with the MVP show. We love you. We love you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Diesel. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Take care.
Be safe. Get some rest.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
All right, you too.
Welcome back to the MVP show. Once again, big shout out to our sponsor, the Six Restaurant Lounge at the West End. Please pull up. They have Taco Tuesdays, 2 for $5 tacos, as well as $2 tequila shots. Please show up.
Absolutely. When you show up, make sure that you show up
And show out.
Because again, this hookah's been pulling. It's been giving me everything I needed in my lifetime, and I definitely appreciate it.
And you know, shout out to my homegirl ATL Hookah for always making sure that I'm always straight.
got this on deck, this watermelon flavor, and it's good too. So make sure you go up there, you follow her.
You got any more we can have?
You know what? We gotta bring it to the show one time.
Empty-handed with no other hookah sticks.
Cause she sponsored me. My fault. I'm sorry. We got you. Hey, yeah, we're gonna bring you up here. You know what I'm saying? But we about to move on to another part of the show, and we got questions. Cause like I said, we got a live studio audience. So we got a live studio audience. Come live questions. So, who we got right now? What's your name?
Sean.
Y'all make some love for Sean.
Or most wanted, either one. You do most wanted or Sean, either one.
Y'all make some noise for Sean.
Sean most wanted.
Okay.
So Mr. Sean most wanted. What's your question for us?
So, have y'all ever been in a situation where maybe one of your friends like brought somebody around and you had more of a connection with that person than your friend? But because it's like okay, they off limits because your friend with that person. But y'all ever met somebody where you had a connection with it, like damn, like this is more my type, or somebody that I could
Experience?
yeah.
Alright, so alright, let's make sure I get the question correct. Alright, so what you're saying is you guys are like it's a group function, right?
It's a group function.
Everyone's friends.
Everyone's friends. No one's dating.
Everybody friends. One of your friends brings somebody that they're entertaining. Now I won't even say dating. They're talking, conversing, entertaining.
All right, and you realize that you have more in common with the person that they brought.
Yes.
From a dating standpoint, or
like y'all have a connection.
From
y'all have a
dating
connection
standpoint, or from a friendship standpoint.
No, dating. Like they brought this person, y'all start having conversation, and it's like, damn, I'm interested in this person. That person, this is real life scenarios.
So in other words, what you asking is, would you be wrong if you stepped in and took and hollered at that person instead of your phone? Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah, that's what you're asking. But it's like, do I miss my blessing?
Well, hold on, friend. He about to answer.
That sounds some clown shit, and that sounds like something only a goofy would entertain.
Wow.
But what if you missing your blessing?
It's not missing a blessing.
You don't know that though.
For you, what happened for you?
Exactly.
If that person was living in your life, they would have been in your life.
All right, hold on, time out now, because you went that way. Yes. We'll go this way.
Okay.
Go for what you know, because if you seen something in that in that period of time, okay, which was a strong connection that you had with this person, other than that person, and that's not going nowhere. All I would say is, before you make that initial introduction of what your plans is, run it by your pot.
I get that.
Run it by your pot.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Because like,
would you do that, Sean?
Because thing is, like, now I mean, if you can run it by them, and I'm glad you said that part. If you feel comfortable enough to run it by them, then I don't see nothing wrong with that. But if you can't run it by them, then it's a problem, and it's a problem because you can't run it by them.
But it's like, look, real quick. It's like, how many times have you met somebody and you that person that were invited to a function while they friends? It's like, damn, I should have got the friend versus you.
So I'm gonna say this. So
I know you know.
So
man. Go ahead
I'm
and
gonna say
say it.
this. At the end of the day, when you say you don't want to miss your blessing, my blessing can't be your blessing. You get what I'm saying? So you can't. My blessing can't be your blessing.
But when you meet somebody, that don't mean that's your blessing.
No. So because you met him, that you feel that's your blessing.
No, it's not the me. It's the connection.
No, so what I'm saying is this. My blessing can't be your blessing, right? If hold on, follow me. If the person, if the other person has a better connection with you, that's understandable. The respect part comes in at when you talk to your friend and you make that part clear, because at the end of the day, a date, there's no guarantee that's going to last for either one of y'all.
Right.
But your friendship bond should be bigger than that date. So you should be able to go to your partner, your friend, your whoever, and be like, yo,
agreed.
me and so-and-so kicked it. nigga, you know me. I know you. You know you ain't really want whatever. Y'all had that conversation first.
Yeah.
But to me, you come off very trifling,
Like-
grimy. If you try to create your own blessing behind this man's back or whoever the
To
person is.
sum it up.
No, I agree with
So you
that. I had that
I feel
conversation.
like you definitely need to reach. And if your friend's bothered, by all means, you need to call back.
To sum it up.
Unless you're willing on jeopardizing your friendship for a day.
To sum it up, to make that move, in most cases where you would not need a pass or you would not need the green light to go ahead, you need the green light from your partner to make that move on this service.
But do you necessarily need a green light from him?
Yeah, I believe you do. I believe you do. I believe you do. Cause you know why? Cause here's the thing. And this is why I say you need the green light. Because when it boils down to it, this person, like this person brought this person in because this is who they're connecting with, and they're bringing them into a section where I want you to meet my friends. And it just so happened that the friend feels they have a deeper connection than whatever.
I leave my day about my friends and my friends are
So with that being said, so
that's the conversation y'all need.
So that's why I said you need to pass on this one. Like, hey, you know what? I'm feeling shawty. What y'all really got going on? And you know what I'm saying? And if they put the clamps on it, you can't move.
No, because I definitely agree you need to have that
move.
conversation.
You can't
But
move.
I also know it's so many relationships and marriages that were not ordained by God, and you know that's why.
Not for you, but that's not for you to decide.
It's not, and it's not. I feel like the same. It's not. If I have a connection, if we friends, and you bring somebody that you just talking to, and I have a connection with them, like yes, the respectful thing is to have a conversation. But it's like, do I miss out on my blessing with this person that like probably is my person, or you know, do I just let it go?
Let it go if your friend got a problem with it.
So let it go.
Okay. Here's the question for you.
Okay.
How much do you value that friendship?
That part.
That's the question right there. Because
if your friend is telling you they don't agree to it, then it's all.
I agree, but when you have a partner, like your partner's number one.
I mean, but if they're feeling you, are they really partners?
Who? Your partner? I mean, the person that you talking to?
The friend, like the friend that you got an interest in.
So we're gonna revisit this conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna
Let Ivy come up. We're gonna.
I'm sorry. Thank y'all.
I don't have a question. I was just
No, yeah, we don't. None of my friends have the same type as me. I just thought it was a good
Sure, sit
conversation.
down.
Did you have something you want to say, Ryan?
Well, I did. I've not ever been in that situation because for me, if it's a whole friendship situation, that's always been off limits, just in my mind. This has been off limits, right? I would never cross those boundaries. But I would say I kind of agree on some levels, because just because you're with somebody, it doesn't mean that you're supposed to be with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never forget when Tyler Perry talked about having seasonal people in your life, and how you have a seasonal person that you try to make a permanent person. That's how you make a mistake. So you have to recognize who's seasonal and who's really for you. And then on the flip side of that coin, and I don't know the situation, I promise I don't, but if it's a situation where you have a friend and he's dating multiple people, then are there boundaries? I'm just asking because I don't know, because I'm not sure of the situation. But let's just say there was a situation and a homegirl of mine was dating 3 different guys, and one of the guys I had a real connection with. Now, just because of the way I roll, even though she has them all, I don't want to go behind her. That's just not how I get down. But I'm just saying, if that's the case, then what are the boundaries? Are there boundaries when they're,
But if that's the case, would you be willing to conversate with your friend? Like, hey, look, boyfriend.
Well, I'm not going to
number
lead a
3.
conversation because I'm not going to go there.
No, but I'm just saying. But if you was in that position, you did decide to go there, would you sit there and say, okay, you know what? Hey, I didn't have a conversation with you because boyfriend number 3, I want to talk to you.
Let me just be clear.
Would you have
I
that conversation?
just came over because I just can agree with some of what Sean is saying. But for me personally, I've had girlfriends, men try to talk to me behind their back. Did I say anything to them? Absolutely not. You know why? It's a thin line. But obviously, I'm not interested in your nigga. You understand? I'm not gonna cross any lines, so I don't need to tell you anything because I'm not gonna cross any lines. You understand? Because if my nigga came to you something crazy, I want you to come and tell me, or just don't cross the fucking boundary.
That's different.
But if he ain't shit, let me know he ain't shit.
That's different. He's trying to cross
But
the
he
line.
wants to cross the
Well, I was
He's trying to cross the line.
No, I agree with the conversation with the friend.
So what we're asking is this: your girlfriend got 3 niggas,
Right.
Right. Your girlfriend got 3 guys,
Right.
Guy number 3 is trying to holler at you,
Right.
on the low, and you want to holler back. Do you feel respectfully you should tell your friend,
Yes.
or just talk to the dude?
I'm not gonna tell my friend.
And if your friend has a problem with it, what position do you play?
Well, it would depend. It would depend on the friendship, and it would depend on the values. And I say that because I'm grown, so we're both grown. We don't need your permission to move forward.
Exactly.
You understand?
And I
We don't. We don't.
No.
We do not need your
Exactly.
permission. If a grown adult wants to be with me, and me as a grown adult want
Wanna
to
be
be with
with-
you, I don't need
Exactly.
your permission to move
I
forward.
agree. But what I'm saying is, but you have to be prepared to know that you are jeopardizing
get backlash.
A friendship,
That's-
absolutely.
I agree with
That's
that.
it. So if you feel that,
And you have to know how to fight after that too.
if you feel whoever the person
I don't
is,
fight, I do shoot. But anyway,
if you feel whoever the person is worthy of you losing that friendship, by all means do what you gotta do.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, and once I come to you respectfully and say this, that, and the third, and you say whatever you gotta say, then it's up to
Then
me
yeah.
and that person to make
Yeah.
a decision as to what we want to do.
Anybody have questions? Mr. C, Mr. M, Mr. A.
Come on, Libra, what you feel?
Mr. A,
You
Mr.
said
C.
you had questions. Come on.
Slide over here.
Now I want to hear what this Libra gonna say.
Yeah, because he was anxious by asking this question.
I mean, it kind of goes along with what you all are talking about. It's about polygamy. Do you believe in it? Do you believe that you can effectively love or be with 2 or multiple people? I feel like you can.
Wait. Back
So
Michelle said you were.
so his question is, so let me make sure we got this correct.
I believe you guys.
Your question is about
I think it's
polygamy.
natural to be one person.
Can you effectively maintain a healthy relationship, a polygamy, poly relationship?
Let me explain to you why I feel like you can. I think anybody who thinks that one person, one individual, can give them everything that they need is delusional.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody is perfect.
I don't agree.
I don't agree.
You
I don't agree.
I do.
trust me, in any relationship, I don't care how good, how much you love this person, how in love, there's always going to be something somewhere in some category that is lacking.
So,
Whether
But
it's
you accept
affection,
those things,
hold on,
though.
hold on.
Let him finish.
Whether it's affection, sexually, emotionally, something is going to lack. There's going to be a piece. I mean, you're not perfect. You mean to tell me that are you with somebody right now?
No, I'm single right now, but I was married for quite a
So when you were married, did you feel like you were 100% fulfilled with your wife?
Honest.
Yes,
100%.
I did.
So why y'all not married now?
Because shit happens. Shit happens. You grow different ways, and you just end up, like I said, you grow apart from
So shit happens. So at some point, with y'all being together,
at
you
some
weren't
point,
fulfilled though.
At some point, we was not fulfilled with each other, and we divorced each other. But during the time that we were together, I was fulfilled. So let me tell you
And you
why I
never
was.
went outside the
And
relationship.
no, I never went outside my relationship. So let me tell you why. Because here's the thing about this. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That not one person can just please one individual, right? But if that individual kind of like they know themselves, they know what they're looking for, they know what they want, you can find everything that you want within one person, and what that person don't have, they could be willing to learn and to grow with. Like, I'll be honest with you, when I first got married, my wife my ex-wife, she didn't know how to cook. She wasn't a great cook, but she developed over time. So the things that you do lack when you're with someone, whether it's in the beginning, end, or whatever the case may be, you may focus on trying to, all right, let me big this part up because I know this is what's lacking, and that comes with communication. And when I say communication, I just don't mean, hey, how you doing, what's going on? I mean honest and brutal communication.
But that's
But it goes all levels. It goes from finances, sexual preference, everything that goes on in a relationship. If you have these, like, no, hear me out though.
I'm listening.
Hear me out. If you have these conversations, and when I mean like real conversations, it's not at a dinner, it's not at a public setting. It could be at a private dinner table with you and your significant other. All right, what don't you like about me? And they lay boom, 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 boom. Everything that they 9 times out of 10, everything that they label about you are things that you can't change. Because the physical part about you, that's what you stuck with that. You know what? He's kind of fat, she's kind of fat, but I love him. It is what it is. All right, but the other things that you feel like, okay, I'm lacking in this, I'm lacking in this, I'm lacking in this, can all be fixed and can all be coached with, like it can be coached with communication. With everything. Like think about it, okay, if people are lacking in bed, right? Because let's go to that section, because that is like a real big situation. Why people do step out for the most part, because they're not being fulfilled in bed. Well, technically, if you had that conversation of your likes and dislikes, and then let's not forget that you do have a place called Starship that's over 24 hours in a lot of different places and everything else. You have enhancements that can help with that. So the thing is, are you yourself, when you make that commitment with somebody, are you really making a commitment? Or are you just saying the things that they need to say right now? Because when you make a real commitment with somebody, it's not temporary. It doesn't last for 2 or 3 weeks. If you make commitment with somebody, that means she can go left next week, but you still gonna stand 10 toes down and be like, all right, well, what was wrong this week? What can we fix? So so everything really boils back to you and your significant other, the conversations that you guys have, and just how about and really how do you value that commitment? And that's the key word, because commitment means you're changing. Commitment means you're taking accountability. Commitment means that there is no right or wrong. It's only suggestions and, you know what I'm saying, compromise.
But at the same time, with all of that being said, and I strongly disagree. Just because I feel like everything cannot be taught. I mean, it's just whether you're talking about sexually or spiritually, physically, emotionally, everything. I can't teach you how to be emotional.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I can't teach you how to give me a fact. I can tell you all day long, I want X, Y, and Z.
But they can't adapt.
Well, why can't you teach people how to love you?
No.
But you shouldn't
He's
have
not wrong.
to.
He's not wrong.
But you shouldn't have to.
But he's not wrong.
I think you should teach. I think you should teach people how to love you. Like, hey, these are my expectations, and you have to teach people that.
Hold on, I got
Back to where I was.
I agree with you.
At the same time, why should I confine myself? This is how I feel about it.
No, go ahead. Speak.
And I'm gonna just use me an example.
Speak the truth, brother.
It's gonna be a hypothetical situation, but I'm gonna use me.
I said speak the truth. Like you put the truth out.
Let's say this.
But I'm all ears.
Let's say I'm with you, right? I'm with you, and I'm with Ivy. Obviously, Ivy might elevate me and motivate me a different way. I could be losing out on getting to a whole nother place in my life by not, entertaining her or being with her. But that doesn't mean I don't love this person. That don't mean I can't effectively be with this person and give this person my all. They give me 2 different things. You know what I'm saying? Those 2 things make me whole.
So
that is so selfish. Why would you bring somebody in?
How is it selfish?
No.
Selfish for me to go out and get what I want.
You don't bring me in your bullshit.
Like, but that's the thing. When you're talking about college,
don't try to love me and try to love somebody else. Love them. Be single. Do what you want to do. Don't bring me in that bullshit. Like if you believe in polygamy, have fun. But don't try to love me and somebody else.
I'm just gonna say one little thing, and at the end of the day, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I personally don't feel I can handle that.
Yeah.
But I definitely understand what you're saying.
It's definitely
you know what I'm saying? I definitely understand what you're saying, because at the end of the day, when we talk, what makes when two people meet, what's supposed to make a relationship work is you're good and you're bad. I love and care about you that much that I can tolerate your bad. If
But
you
why
can't
should
do,
we be
hold on.
tolerated?
So
I don't want to be tolerated. That's a very strong word.
Hold on. Let him finish. Wait, hold on. Time out. Let him finish because I want to elaborate on something you said.
What I'm saying is this. Me and him wanting to date you, right? I'm just using it as an
It's
example.
hypothetical, sir.
There-
We don't want what Vic had.
There's a difference between the bond between you and I, meaning so much to you and I that good, bad, or indifferent, I can make it work with him. You get what I'm saying? Versus someone else where there isn't that level of connection, there isn't that level of bond. That's how not everybody is for everybody, and that's okay. Everyone feels because you look good, you gotta be, or because you cook good, or you take care of my kids. No, I need to be with you, and only want to be with you. And if you can't bring that out of me, then we don't need to be with each other. Period. Now, again, I get the aspect of 50%, come together, give me my 100. I get that. But at the end of the day, if you can only give me 50%, you're not the one for me. And that's the bottom line.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I want to.
And I think that's a personal preference.
And think about a job. Think about a job. When you take a job, you're never 100% happy. You're never 100% happy. But you weigh out the pros and the cons. My benefits make sense. My paycheck makes sense. My hours make sense. Now I don't like my coworkers, but and you figure out, does it make sense to stay at this job?
So can I throw one word out there? Can I throw one word out there? And I think this one word will sum up everything that we're talking about. Adaptability. Because in some instance you will adapt to your environment, you will adapt to your relationship and everything else. Meaning that, and I'll just throw this example out there. If you're dating, let's say, all right, I have one child. Okay, I have one child. But if I date a female who has about four children, okay, I'm not used to that. But if our bond is so strong in what it is, then I have to adapt to life with 4 more kids. But you're only doing it because you care. Because at the end of the day, exactly.
So you should compromise.
No. That's the wrong word. You said compromise. I said adapt. I'm adapting.
Hold on.
I'm adapting.
Hold on. It's the right word. But it's
compromising
is the wrong word.
Is the right word? How is compromising
You're compromising, but you shouldn't be compromising your happiness because at the end of the day, if you know the compromise is making him happy, whoever it is, well, hold on. If you know the compromise,
why you gotta put him on gas like that? They made this shit personal.
If you know the
come show your face so they know what they talking about now. Goddamn.
If you know the compromise is making this man happy or this person happy, and your end goal is to see each other happy, that compromise doesn't bother you because you know the end result is the person I love is happy over my compromise.
I like my word a lot better, adaptability.
It's not adapting.
So Nick,
I like my word a lot better, adaptability.
So are you saying let's say if I'm with somebody or maybe we'll be with somebody, but the things about them that I don't like. So am I supposed to just to be with him though? Am I supposed to sacrifice me and my happiness?
I never said that.
Because I'm not willing. I'm going to be honest. I'm not willing to sacrifice my happiness to make somebody else happy.
But you're missing the point.
Are you willing to adapt?
Wait.
No.
That's still sacrifice. That's still compromise.
No, I'm not.
I shouldn't have to lose any of me.
Adapting is not losing anything.
We either can come together and we're both happy with what we have going on, or we're not. I'm just not going to be willing to sacrifice myself for your happiness. I'm not doing that.
Well, stop pointing at me, shaking your head, goddamn shit.
That's what I said.
I bet you be happy with me, goddamn it.
I'm only available.
I understand you.
Yes, I'm only available for relationships that are equally reciprocated. Do you understand? I'm not into a relationship where I'm
with so much
giving
aggression this
more.
way?
You understand? and I'm sacrificing me. No, it has to be. It's equally
And we don't need to
reciprocated.
be together. That's
Right.
The point.
That's
We
it.
don't- But I should,
But
I
on the
should-
same
I
token,
shouldn't be
you're
looking
saying-
for someone else to feel that if
Right.
we cannot
Exactly.
compromise
I
to
get
make
that.
each other happy,
Then I
don't
walk
need to-
away.
Exactly.
And I've done it so
Period.
many times.
And when I
But
say
that's a contradiction. That's a contradiction, though.
compromise, no, because when I say
Not gonna
compromise,
sacrifice
when I say
me.
compromise, the compromise, I'm not saying compromising in regards to my partner likes having threesomes, so I'm gonna compromise and be in threesomes even though I don't want to be in it, just to make him happy. That's not that. When I say compromise, I don't have any kids. You come to me with a child, I'm compromising to now raise a child. I don't have a problem, but I know that child brings happiness to you. You get what I'm saying? And I don't mind compromising that to see you happy. You get
But
what
what
I'm
about
saying?
you being happy in that
Because- no, no,
relationship?
This sounds like a whole topic. Adapting and compromising.
because again,
What's the difference?
because at the end of the day,
Would you still be
but
happy?
that's what I'm saying. If me compromising and having a child is making me unhappy, then I don't need.
All right, you know what? Hold on,
relationship.
time out.
That's what I'm saying.
Time out.
It's compromising, but you're compromising in a level where you care about each other enough where you're compromising to see each other
Right,
happy.
and you don't
Not
mind
you
either.
be miserable in the process of making
Yes,
it happen.
okay.
That's never the situation.
Got it.
And if that is the situation, you don't need to be together.
Absolutely.
But we have a lot going on.
Right.
Let's end this show.
Let's end the
Let's
show.
wrap on the MVP show.
We can have this conversation offline because this shit is not making my video tell you.
So what we're gonna do is this. What we're gonna do is when you guys watch this video, please put comments and suggestions underneath the video. Weigh in. Let us know how you feel about everything we're talking about tonight. We thank you all for hanging out with the MVP show. It's a wrap. I hope you all had a good time. We ain't got it today, but it's a wrap.
Great job.
Yeah, thank you so
MVP
much.
show, we
Yeah.
gone. Let's go.
Nick, when is Ricky getting fired?